Some founders build companies because they see a market opportunity. Others build because life leaves them no other choice. Nuttha Goutier grew up in Chiang Rai, Thailand, where entrepreneurship was not a business concept. It was survival. At 8 years old, she was selling coffee in a local market, learning that trust is earned slowly through service, consistency, and care. Years later, after arriving in North America with limited resources, she opened the first Sabai Thai Spa. On the surface, it was a spa, but something deeper was happening. A single mother once told Nuttha that Sabai had become her safe place, the one space where she could set down her worries, feel cared for, and gathered enough strength to return to her life. That moment changed how Nuttha understood what she was building. Today, Nuttha has scaled the company with multiple locations and product extensions. But the more interesting story is not the growth. It's how a founder protects heart, culture, and human care when building systems that can scale. Nuttha's story is about how a childhood shaped by survival became a company built on care, culture, and the belief that wellness can give people strength for the life waiting outside the treatment room. And before we start this episode, a quick word from our sponsor, Deep Wealth, and the 90-day Deep Wealth Mastery Program. Here's Jane, a graduate who says, and I quote, "The Deep Wealth Mastery Program prevented me from making what would have been one of the biggest mistakes of my career. I almost signed on the dotted line with an unsolicited offer that I now realize would have shortchanged my hard work and my future had I accepted that offer. Deep Wealth Mastery has tilted the playing field to my advantage." Or how about Lynn? Wow, he gets right to the point, and I quote, "Deep Wealth Mastery is one of the best investments ever made because you'll get an ROI of 100 times that. Anyone who doesn't go through this will lose millions." And as you're listening to these testimonials, are you wondering if you have the time? Are you even thinking that you've got this covered? You have the advisors or people in your network? Well, I got to tell you, these myths, they're often behind the 90% failure rate for liquidity events. Think about it. You have one chance to get it right for your financial freedom. You really want to make it count. And when it comes to time, let's hear what William has to say. We just got in this testimonial. William says, and I quote, "I didn't have the time for Deep Wealth Mastery, but I made the time and I'm glad I did. What I learned goes far beyond any other executive program or coach I've experienced." So what do you think? As I hear that, that's exactly what gets me out of bed every day. That's my mission. That's the team's mission here at Deep Wealth, to literally change the social fabric of society, one business owner at a time, one liquidity event at a time. And my Deep Wealth Nation, what I want you to know, the Deep Wealth Mastery Program, it isn't theory. It's from the trenches. It's the only one based on a 9-figure deal. And that deal, that was my deal. You know my story. I said no to a 7-figure offer. I created a system that later on, myself and my business partners, we said yes to a different buyer, a different offer, a 9-figure deal. That's what we now call the Deep Wealth Mastery Program, or the Scale for Ultimate Sales system. It's built by business owners for business owners. So if you're interested in growing your profits, for preparing for a future liquidity event, and that may be 2 years away, it could be 22 years away, whatever the time may be, you want to do this now, and you want to optimize your post-exit life. Deep Wealth Mastery is for you. To get started, email success@deepwealth.com. Again, that's success, SUCCESS, at deepwealth.com. You'll receive all the information about the Deep Wealth Mastery Program, or better yet, why not hop on a complimentary strategy call? We'll go through exactly where your business is today and what's standing between you and your financial independence and your dreams. So that's where you want to be. You want to be with other successful business owners, entrepreneurs, and founders just like you. They're looking to grow their businesses, create market disruptions, and unlock their financial freedom to get what they deserve. And whether you've been in business for 3 years, 40 years, you're a startup, you're in manufacturing, you're in high tech, low tech, whatever the case may be, come on in and network with other business owners. It's a safe space. It's a confidential space with business owners, with businesses just like you, because they all want to lock in their financial freedom and enjoy both success and fulfillment. So again, the 90-day Deep Wealth Mastery Program, it has your name on it. All you need to do is take the next step. Please send an email to success@deepwealth.com. Deep Wealth Nation, welcome to another episode of the Deep Wealth Podcast. Deep Wealth Nation, let me ask you this. I know you are a hard-charging founder. You're solving painful problems. You're world-class. You're taking care of all your stakeholders. But let me ask you this, who's taking care of you? Are you taking care of you? Or are you pedal to the metal? As here at Deep Wealth, our saying is helping you extract your deep wealth in personal and in business, because your best business idea, your best strategy is going to pale in comparison if your health isn't there. You heard the official introduction. We have a very special guest in the House of Deep Wealth. Nuttha, welcome to the Deep Wealth Podcast. An absolute pleasure to have you with us. There's always a story behind the story. You got quite the story. What's your story? What got you from where you were to where you are today?
Thank you for having me here. I'm so excited to share my story. And that's a lot of story for sure. If I tell everything, going to be like 10 hours. But let's go for a quick summary one. I am from Chiang Rai, Thailand. And the village that I coming from before is about 200 people. We have no running water, no power, no electricity, no shoe, not even toothbrush or toothpaste. And we're using clay pot for cooking. Unbelievable, isn't it? It sounds like I feel like I just a different life to what I have gone up coming from that. But what did I learn from the small village in that time? It just I think it's more like, from nothing to something it teach me a lot what I gone through. The village that I grew up, a small village, but people are there to help each other to genuinely, truly care for others without expectation. People be there if you're sick or go in your house and stay with you. If someone want to build a house, people will show up without asking. If you want to do anything, work in a farm, people just show up and be there for you. And that is amazing. That's what my core memory that I love so much about being that. And then when I grow up, of course, go to different things, see different things. And I really like that feeling of community and being there for each other. And then health, of course, is number one because we don't have hospital. Everything we live, we have to using herb, natural healing, and then we care for our mind, body, and spirit. Health is actually number one, believe it or not, even in the middle of nowhere, right? We care for our body, including from inside out.
Wow. So, Nuttha, that's quite the story. A very small village or town where you grew up in. And so eventually you came to North America. So, what brought you here? And then what got you into where you are right now? You offer these incredible care packages with Sabai Thai in terms of having founders as an example, leaders be able to knock that stress off and get back to their health, get back in touch with themselves. But what brought you here and what eventually led to you opening up and starting your business?
When I moved here, of course, gone to life from the small village to the big city in Bangkok and moved to Canada. And when I working in this city here, when I arrived, it's a beautiful country. People are very nice, go-getter, and people really work hard in here. Just quite different than where I'm coming from. A daily ritual, daily routine, daily reset is part of life. But in here, seeing people to what you call burn out, grinding it. If you're not grinding, it feels like you're not doing something, right? It's just a very different mindset. And then when I work in different spa, different resort, different hotel, and then I just noticed the gap here. People feel guilty to care for themselves. They feel bad to even take time to take a moment for themselves. And when I experienced that what made me want to offer some Thai-inspired wellness concept that people can experience a piece of Thailand here in the North America, that people can come in, your first step, you come in, you feel like a journey. Feel like transportation to the space that you can let go, you can relax, you can be yourself, you can immerse to the whole experience with all the five senses instead of transactional, like a Western clinic in here. It's just more transactional, right? It's just no experience, no feeling. I believe that our life is a joy, is a journey, is a moment that's the most important. Then I get this, I get done this. There's a lot of checklists, right? A lot of people using a lot of checklists here. And I think it's okay to find the moment and the joy. And that's why I want to create the sanctuary of Thai Spa here for people to experience the peace of Thailand throughout the passive routine just become weekly routine that they just daily, what they call weekly reset for yourself. When you care for yourself, your responsibility that everyone should care for yourself. That's what I believe it. That's health should be number one. If you care for yourself, when you come weekly to get massage, reset, yoga, whatever that you good for your body that fit in you, and that reset for yourself, the pause, the moment is reconnect yourself. When you reconnect yourself, you become more kinder to yourself. Now your mood are better. You become a better person to the person next to you and the person, your coworker, your community. And I think that if everybody doing that, we're going to create a better world that we are around now.
And Nita, as you're talking about that, what's interesting is on the one hand, you're helping others through traditions that you grew up with of taking care of ourselves. And we'll talk about that in a moment, some of the science behind that and what's going on behind that. At the same time, though, you've built a business around that. It's a growing business. You have a number of locations. You have your own products and skincare that you've also created. So you have a growing enterprise. How do you personally balance between health on the one side and the pressures that come with any founder who knows this from the business side of things? So what are you doing? What are some of your secrets that, yes, okay, there's stress from the business and there's issues that I need to deal with. I'm also going to be looking after myself. What does that look like for you day in, day out?
Yes. Before, I worked so hard, I grinding it. I have done a few business before as well. Sometimes when you start the business, you're going to make a mistake. That is obviously you're going to go through all of those. And then what I learned is just from my culture, it's okay. It just ignore it. Okay, this is the past now. I make mistake. I ignore it. And then I have to let it go. And then I have to move on. What I did well for myself is I do daily reset, grounded myself every day. I wake up, 5:30 or 6 in the morning. Before I get out of bed, I will do gratitude, right? You do 10 breaths. Oh, after that, okay, what 3 things that I feel grateful for and what I'm looking forward for today, and reconnect to where you are and who you are, and put tension to what you're going to do today. Today is I'm going to do the best that I can, and then just in good tension. In anything that come in and a sideway or something like that, you just ignore it. Okay, here's a noise. It's like planting the gardening, right? Because I'm from the farm, I always come back to that philosophy. If you plant a garden, every day you water the plant, and if you have the weed you share. I concerned about the thought. Anything that come in and plug you in that keep role playing, you just pull them out and just reset. As soon as you reset like that, anything that not important or just that is active in your head that not do anything good for you or a favor or doesn't bring you any move forward, just pull them out like a weed and then just focus on watering and come back to ground it in yourself. If you're overwhelmed throughout the day, just take a moment, take 3 deep breaths, and then go on again. And that's how I do it. I'll do my yoga throughout the morning every day, or my gym workout, my swimming. And then I'm already done my morning routine, reset by 7, or, it's already before my kid even wake up, right? I'm done for my day and I'm reset. I'm ready for the day.
So, Nita, what I'm hearing you say is you're waking up, you're giving yourself enough time that you're doing gratitude, you're doing breath work, you're doing some kind of a exercise, and you're doing this first thing in the morning before you start your day. So then whatever the business needs, you're showing up in your best mental and physical and emotional condition to deal with whatever's there. Now, offline, I was sharing with you, I was very fortunate to very recently have returned from a trip to Thailand. And I got to see firsthand the culture, the people.
Yeah.
For someone in Deep Both Nation who hasn't been there before, it's hard to put it into words. I did see the difference because from the Western perspective, people may look at Thailand and say, okay, Jeffrey, there's not really a lot of material wealth that's there. And well, there are parts that there are some incredible material wealth. And sure, there's other parts that there isn't. But the life there, it's very different in terms of the mindset and going back to the village where you grew up of the camaraderie and people being there for each other. Here in North America, in the West, it seems that for so-called progress and performance, we're trading in our health.
Yes.
And for someone who hasn't seen what it's like in Thailand, as an example, can you share for the Deep Wealth Nation what that's like when you have on the emotional side, on the mental side, people around you, a culture around you that's promoting well-being that you can take into your everyday life? Maybe it's not some of the material wealth, maybe it is, maybe it's a mixture of both. How would you describe that though for someone who's never experienced that before?
Is material wealth is not important, right? That's what I learned from my grandma, my grandpa, the local village. And then we grow up that we've been taught that material wealth are not important. It's the health and the joy is the important because the life is a journey. Because your journey is the beginning and the end. Everyone have the same ending, right? The beginning is the same and the end is the same. It's your life is about the chapter on each page of the book. It's your own book. If you put your life so much on, you put your health behind and then grinding to the work that I'm going to get there, I'm going to do it. By the time you get there, you're not able to enjoy anymore, but your physical health are not doing well. And what I learned is health, it should be number one, that whatever you do, we have to do it with your heart and then find your passion. If you find your passion, you get your passion to be your purpose. And then when you that purpose, you create your persistent. And then your persistent will reach you any destination. That when you reach that destination, it takes time, right? That's another thing we're talking about. Time is about each chapter on your book. You can hear so many people like one instant success, one this and that, but the reality is the time will get where you want to be. Some people might reach sooner, some people reach longer. Same like the harvest rice farm. It's different season, it's different crop, right? You just have to be patient. And then with your hard work, any hard work that you do, whatever you believe in or your passion in, you just have to carry your heart. My dad always said that hard work never feel heavy when you carry your heart. Is that it's true because I experienced it. Me and my dad, we carry 2 tons of tapioca daily once in the season of tapioca season because we purchase from the local farmer. We carry many basket daily, 20 kilo every bucket, 2 tons a day. And we never feel heavy at all. We laugh all day, we joke, we having fun. The same thing with my local village. We planting rice, we work in the farm, everything by hand. It physically is so hard work, but nobody complain that, oh my God, it's so hard work, I have to bend up. People laugh, people make joke, people joy, and they throw the mud at each other, and every day it's just a lot of physical work like that. But I just never noticed that people are complaining. And then when I'm here, people, oh my God, I have to grind this too. And they're just complaining. And then even they get people like, wow, you're complaining with something like so many times. I have a lot of local friends here. We're a first world country here. We have everything. We have material well, we have everything well, wealthy, and we are doing well, and everyone's still not happy, right? And then when they say that we're not happy, it's like I said, this is a first world problem. You know that. Is the happiness is not what you have, what you build, nothing. The happiness is, I guess, I could not say that word. That word, happiness, is it's impossible to get happiness. I guess what the word that I teach people a lot is looking for the word contentment. Contentment is mean, you settle, you're happy to what you have, and you find the joy to the moment. That what we're looking for, right? Where I grow up, it's just the joy of the moment, being a present, because the past is already past, and then you cannot go back and change them. We just learn from the wisdom. And then the present is the moment. That moment is the most precious time and the most important time. That doesn't matter you spend time with your family, with your work, your friend, your coworker. It's just that present is the most important thing that you can find joy. The joy can be something very simple and small. And the future, usually we say, oh, the future is your decision from the present that shape your future. And that is it's just how I grew up with it. What you call it, taught into the culture, right? It's my grandma always saying that, my uncle, it's just immersed into how we grow up, right? It's quite different than what we've been trained in here.
As you're talking about that, Nita, here at Deep Wealth, we have a saying that success without fulfillment,
Yeah,
it's failure. So
yeah,
all the zeros in the bank account, all the accolades, all
yeah,
the other material success kind of things, if we're not fulfilled, if other words, inside we're feeling empty,
yeah,
that's not true success. And we're saying the same thing, slightly different words than what you're sharing with us, but I couldn't agree more.
yeah,
And I've also found here at Deep Wealth, as an example, in our Deep Wealth Mastery program, we've built into the program days off, intentional days off. So
yeah,
in every one of our 9 steps in the 9 step roadmap, there's 2 days. Hey, Jeffrey, you're done. Take the day off. Don't only take the day off from Deep Wealth Mastery. Can you take the day off from the business? Go do something else. Go recharge and relax. So let's talk about that now, because it's not just a conversation that you've built a successful business, multi locations, different product extensions. We can
yeah,
talk all about that and we'll get there and we will. At the
yeah,
heart of your business, though, it's self care
yeah,
through something that Thailand in particular is known for, with massages and getting back to
yeah,
health and relaxation.
yeah,
So when I'm coming to you and the team, and it's Sabai Thai Spa,
yeah.
when I'm coming there and I'm having some kind of a spa package, what's happening behind the scenes with my physiology, physically with my body? When I'm having, perhaps it's a massage or a fusion massage, a reflexology, or it's a facial or other kinds of things that are going on. What's happening physically that will then help me in all other areas of my life? What would you want us to know or to tell us?
Yeah, usually what I create is for people like a first step you come in, your sight, right? Five senses you're taking care of, your sight, this that you come in, the sound, the music that we actually make our own custom music that we have many patterns in the background, and then go with the heart rate and then help you soothe and calm you in very quickly. The scent, the herbal smell that we created, it just help you to calm. Our goal is to reconnect your mind and body, right? And then we want you to pause, because the most important thing, if you pause and reconnect in that moment, when you reconnect to yourself, you truly know who you are. And actually, you can feel, you can be the moment. Actually, I feel this. Oh, now I'm breathing. And instead, your mind is spinning out like a monkey, creates illusion or stimulation in your mind. But actually, none of them do anything for you. It's just busy in your mind. You feel like you're working so hard, but actually you're not. To be able to work hard, it's all about the clear decision and clear thinking and making the right decision. And that will make you to where you want to be. If you're just thinking so much and just work so hard and grind too and did not take the moment or take a day off for yourself, you're going to be that slower than the people that who care and take the moment. Because when you take that time, that's how you return stronger and better.
And Nita, for the founder in Deep Wealth Nation who's hearing us talk right now,
Yeah.
sure, Nita, Jeffrey, having some kind of health treatment or a massage or going to the spa, it sounds great. I just don't have the time. And Nita, I know at Deep Wealth, when we hear that, we often say to the Deep Wealth Nation, to the community, it's like saying, I have a sports car. I'm going to keep on driving. I'm not going to stop to fill it up with gas. I'm not going to stop to get a tune up. We all know what's going to happen. The car is going to
Yeah.
stop. But from a physical perspective, again, from the physiology, for someone in Deep Wealth Nation saying, I don't have the time, or
Yeah.
I'll do that later on when the business
Yeah.
grows enough that I can take the time to do that. What would you want them to know of why now, precisely right now is the time,
Yes.
not tomorrow, not next month, not next year.
Yeah.
Yesterday was the best time. Today's the next best time. What would you want them to know about that?
Yeah, because just physically and mentally, that when you do that time, you're mentally are better, you're physically as well. If you don't take time, it's like you said, like a car. The car, you need the oil change, you need the gasoline, you need maintenance, you need cleaning. That car will last longer. Your body exactly the same. If you not take time to care for it, you keep pushing it and grinding to it, eventually you have to take that time off. The time off that you take is not your choice, your health, right? You're not able to do the work because your health will not get you there. and then you get forced to do that anyway. Might as well plan it because you're the CEO, the entrepreneur out there. You're a business owner. Is you manage your body the same. Take time and care for yourself because your body is like your vehicle. They will get you there. If you're healthy, is you're gonna have fun and enjoy with your journey as well. Take time to take care of yourself.
And what's interesting, Nita, I'll share a quick story personally. Would love to hear your thoughts on this. And I know I'm not alone with this. Oftentimes, when I unplug from the business completely, no emails, no phone calls, no meetings, I'm not thinking about it. I'm immersed in something non-business related. Maybe even at a massage or a walk in nature or doing something else. Oftentimes, I'll come back, I'm feeling recharged or energized. Some of my biggest breakthroughs will happen when I'm not even thinking about the business. An idea pops into mind. And oh, that would be great for the business. Let me apply that to the business. And it never would have happened had I just kept in the business, doing the same thing day in, day out. What do you think is going on there that this happens? I know it's not just with me. As so many other founders. Yeah, Jeffrey, when I took that vacation and I completely unplugged, wow, the business grew by leaps and bounds when I got back because I implemented all these different things. So what's going on there?
I experience the same. Usually my idea come up when I go for a hike, right? When I go out somewhere and then, oh, it just pop up. Look, why? I would not have those ideas come up if I just grind to my desk, right? Usually I like physical exercise. I like to be out. I like to do things a lot and I still don't want to lose that. And also I still want the business to continue. But I understand that if I not taking care of myself or do a stuff, that it's going to be harder for the business to grow because is when you're the leader, you're the director, like you're driving the boat, you're the one that who see far, right? You just need to get the whole team to get to that direction. And it's so important for your mentally ready. I think it's mentally is very important for any entrepreneur because your direction, your decision, and your clear thinking and clear decision are very important because if you make a mistake, sometimes take you a year, 2 years to get back or 6 months, and every mistake on your decision you make is cost you time and money. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I want to go back to something that you said earlier that your father shared with you, and you're now carrying that with you as well. Hard work never feels heavy when you carry it with your heart. And I know for so many founders, when we start the business, it doesn't feel heavy, the business, because we're passionate about this. We found a problem that we are the world's best at solving. But then life happens, business happens, the business grows, we get pulled in different directions, and now we're all over the place and we feel the stress. And so, as simple as it sounds, and not to confuse simple with simplicity, having a ritual, maybe even a weekly ritual where I'm going to have a massage, maybe a deep massage instead of a 30-minute, maybe a 60 or 90-minute massage, I'm releasing the stress. And I'm getting back to where it all began, where the hard work never feels heavy because I'm passionate about the business. I'm passionate about what I'm doing. Thoughts about that?
It's very important to take that moment, like I mentioned before, like when you take care of yourself like that, you come back stronger and better. That's the thing about taking a time. People said, oh, I don't have time. I'm too busy. I won't have time to take care of myself. I hear over and over. And then, oh, your time is better. I'm more busy. It's always an excuse for yourself. And everyone is busy because we make ourselves busy. You make yourself busy. You can be busy, but I see differently. I said you can be busy. You can do many things, but how you manage your time. If you manage your time, okay, this time I put time aside for care for myself, this time for my family, this time is for my alone time, this time for my nature, this time for my work. And actually, when you take out all the weed out of your mind, when your head keeps spinning, and actually you just focus with your time, that when you focus, you could produce better than you're grinding for 6 hours and you can work for half of the time for 3 hours with more focus. Because when you focus, okay, this time I'm going to do this, everything out not allowed to come into your brain, right? Not your thinking. They say I'm going to do this, everything else just wait because that time will come, I will do it later. The same thing in the weekly routine for massage. Okay, every Monday or every Friday, whatever here, just this time from 4 to 5, that's what I'm doing. Everything else can wait, right? And that is very important. I have 4 kids. I still doing out. I still go out. I still hiking. I still hang out with local mom. We still community. I have ton of play date for my kid. I take them out, on the board and paddleboard and tubing and just biking. I still able to do outdoors as well. It's just a time because I think a lot of people get exhausted and they feel burned out because they're overthinking. But actually, when you're not overthinking, just enjoy the moment. You will have those time. You're not as busy as the other people. Other people are busy as well. We all the same. We have 24 hours. We all have the same hours. It's just how you manage those hours. And that's just about manage your time.
And it's interesting as you're talking about that, again, I want to revisit something that you shared with us. So you're 8 years old. You're selling coffee in the marketplace. And then later you're in the tapioca fields with your father. And you said something along the lines that we weren't entrepreneurs for the sake of just being entrepreneurs. It was survival. If it wasn't that, who knows what it would have been. And so it's interesting, from a very young age, you learned so many lessons. For some people, they could have played the victim card. Oh, look at me. Look how hard life was. I never had a childhood. I was working. I was doing this. I was doing that. You didn't let that affect you in that way. You are playing the victor or the victorious card. Hey, look at what this did for me. Even with what you did, if my understanding is correct, in Thailand, Sabai, that word roughly in English, it's well-being. It's a very special word, as I understand it. It's part of the culture. And so you took a piece of home, brought it here to North America with your wellness centers, with your products, with your approach in terms of what you're doing. And again, for us in the West, we can take so much for granted of, oh, I've got a tough day today, or it's such a grind, yet we don't have to do anything. We take it for granted. Going back to your gratitude, we have clean running water. We have so many amenities. Before we even open our eyes, it's all there for us. You didn't have some of that. And so again, when you look back to where you are and to where you're heading, to where you began, what would you want people in Deep Wealth Nation to know of, speaking of the gratitude, what can they learn from your experience, from your viewpoint? Hey, you probably never thought of this, Deep Wealth Nation, but where I came from and where I am now, I want you to think about this. What would that be?
For me, is gratitude is the more important thing because gratitude will erase any negative thought and mindset, everything, and just help you to ground it where you are. I think is that what, like you said, people, we have forgot to be gratitude. We take things to granted. And what I see, everyone born in the North America here, you all lucky. Your start higher than where I start before. Before I start minus 10, and you guys already start in plus 10. Like take the moment and just reconnect to yourself, and then, oh wow, I feel so gratitude. I feel so thankful where you are, and then you can start even speed up faster. Same thing, people can say accepting, oh, you're suck. And then you think, oh yeah, I'm so suck. Oh, you just suck. Oh yeah, I'm going to do the best that I can. I'm not suck. You can just do that, right? And it's the same way the mindset coming in. I don't be victim, right? You be victory. Make yourself to be victory because you choose who you want to be. Doesn't matter what people say to you, your I don't know, environment, your social media, the parent, or who know someone say it to you. It doesn't matter. And then none of them matter at all. The matter is about you and your voice in your head and what you believe in, and trust yourself. Trust yourself. What you want to do, what you want to be, is your choice. No one else choice to choose who you want to be.
I absolutely love that. We choose who we want to be. And I know for you, again, in preparing for today, one of the things that kept on coming through loud and clear is the philosophy, your personal philosophy that you've built into the business, that wellness, it's not optional. It's not a luxury. It's a lifestyle. And as we say, at Deep Wealth, it's really our sovereign right. Wellness or our health, it's our sovereign right. And I know you have big plans from where you are right now, you want to be over 1,000 locations worldwide and growing. You want to get there. You want to be with that and expanding the product line. And for many, you could stop where you are right now. Jeffrey, look at us. We're already have a number of different locations. We have different product extensions. I have my 4 children. That's enough. Yet you keep on taking that passion, going back to what we spoke about earlier about wellness not being a luxury. It's really a lifestyle. It's what all of us deserve to have. That's all where we should be, but we don't quite know how to get there. You're providing us the how with that. And so as you look to your expansion, how do you keep that wellness front and center with the expansion that's ahead for you? And you know, as a founder, there's going to be some challenging times. So what are going to be some of your strategies or approaches to keeping wellness front and center for you?
It's challenging is it's come and go. That's the thing. You have to look at the time. Okay, now if you're come in challenging time, come done so long, right? Many challenging time come in. And then the end is just, okay, now here challenging time. Okay, what can we do? What a priority that we do first? And then if we 10 different things that we need to do, if we can do all 10 at the same time, let's pick the most important thing and then just go one by one. And then just the end of the day, sometimes you cannot force things. You just have to let time. Time will heal you. Time will bring you where you want to be. For me, it's a time, right? Is my goal is to share the experience, the piece of Thailand everywhere to every community that people can experience the wellness. My goal for the future is many people implementing their wellness to be part of their routine. That's what I want to see. I want people to be healthy. I want people to have longevity, and I want people to have joy in their life, and then they feel good in their body. And that's what I want to see. That's what successful for me to see people smile and people happy, and then people enjoy at the workplace, and then they become a better version of themselves. Right? That's where I want to see.
And Deepalt Nation, as we're talking about this, I want you to look within Deepalt Nation. Look at you, look at your culture, and what are you doing to enrich your culture? As an example, I found it fascinating I'll call it the Sabai factor, the Sabai difference. What you've done with your culture, you even come up with unique names. And in Thailand, it's the way of the Y. And for your team, they're not employees, they're not team members, they're not masseuses, they're Yologists. And I love how you take part of your culture and you're now embedding it into your business culture of how we refer to the team and their titles and how you're blending really the corporate way of doing things with the traditional way of doing things in your own Sabai unique way. Can you share more about that with us?
Yeah, for me, it's the people that are working together. Is the people come into your life is that is become your life, right? And for me, I always try to create a better culture at the workplace because you work together for many hours per day, per week. You see your coworker more than your friend. I create that space that people can feel cared for, they feel safe, they feel belonging. And that what the original that I created just to create environment for people to feel that way. And now I I expand so many locations and that culture grow itself now. And then people become friends, they hang out after, they go to activity together, and then they're looking forward to come to work and they stay with the company for so long. And that is successful. It is like to create that. And now we plan to go into a franchising model, and that what my concern beginning, how can we maintain a culture that if we go and expanding, and then that when we spend a lot of time to create more system, okay, if the system is just focus more in cultural mindset training, we just do a lot of cultural plus training program for the employee who join into a Sabai team. At the end of the day, you have to find the right match. This is what company purpose, this is our company mission. Are you fit into a company? This is what we want to do. We want to help people to become healthy, a better version of themselves. We truly care or genuinely care that what we do. Would you be happy to provide this service to the guests? If you're not want to genuinely care, truly care, you're not the right fit. Same thing, looking for the franchise partner. It's the same thing. I create this thing here. I do it for my passionate. I want the person who carry the brand have the same passionate. We have many million people out there in the world. I don't need million. I need 10 or 20, 30 people, maybe 100 people into a brand. And I just find the right fit who have the same vision. And then if they're not the right fit, it doesn't matter if you have funding for it. If you're not the right fit, you don't want to carry the same vision and truly genuinely care for other, like what Sabai Way doing. You're not the right fit to our brand, and then we don't need you, right? We want people who want to help other people better, to become better, and then help the community. I think it's to find the fit.
And Nita, what is fascinating as you're sharing that with us, in Default Nation, I'm going to ask you a question, because so often too many founders go backwards in the sense of, okay, forget what I want. What does the marketplace want? Let me try and please other people. Yeah. And Nita, you approach it the way I feel it should be approached. I'm speaking as you now. What do I want? If I were going to a particular wellness center, what would I want it to be like? What don't I want? And you just said it yourself. Hey, this is who we are. And if you don't like it, that's okay. I'd rather you not show up. I'd rather you not be a client. There's many other places, go there. But if this is what you want, because this is what I want, and I only want people who see the world the same way that I do. And it's in some ways risky. In other ways, it's the only way to go. I don't really see it as risky. Some people would say it is, but because that's your passion, that has you showing up every day. This is what I want. And it's okay. Jeffrey, this is not for you, or it is for you. That's great either way. But this is for me, this is for the team, and you're welcome here if that's the way you see the world. So talk to us about that, because for too many founders, they feel the fear of what if I exclude too many people? Even though this is what I like, this is what I want, maybe I should just be like everyone else and so generic, and that's for failure. You didn't do that. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, you go back to where your passion is. Listen to yourself from your heart. Actually go in your inside you. What actually you really want? What actually you really want to do? Do you want just making money, or you want to do something that in your journey that you life doing something meaningful, or you want to follow your passion that you can enjoy to what you're doing? For me and myself is the reason why I carry on, because I fashion it and what I want to do, I totally mean it. I really want to do this to help people to become better version of themselves, to help people to get healthy. And I want to carry and continue. And if people join the team, I want them to continue the same. You're not going to be perfect, of course, but at least I try my best to do what I can. And that give me energy to come out. Maybe it's like a superhero energy, right? Like how you get up every day and get you going. And then if I go another way around, okay, I'm going to go to the market. Oh, here, what the market looking for? Here's a private equity firm looking for, and things like that. And then, oh, we can get that. And then, but it feel empty inside. If it feel empty, why I'm doing it? It's my life. My journey, my life's journey is my book. I write my own book here, and I want to choose what I want to do. And then we should do that with joy and passionate. And I think, the money is not that important. You need to have for your house and things like that, the extra wealth, none of them will make you happy. The true happiness, a true joy is from your inside you. What if you feel contentment and satisfied is what is your fulfill from inside that will help your heart grow, right? That's why you just grinding it and you just become like a robot, right? You don't want to be a robot, right?
Anita, such wise words of follow your passion, the money will follow, not the other way around. It's all about the passion. And I've been on both sides. I've done things for the passion.
Yeah.
When I've chased the money, failure followed, not the other way around. But when I've chased the passion, that's where the business success follows and all the other good things that come along with it. Not that it's easy, not saying that at all. It's more likely, though, that passion, that's what carries you through the challenging times that you get through that. And it's a terrific message of what you're sharing, that happiness is an inside job that only us, inside, internally, not external, not what we can buy, not the shiny objects, that our happiness, our fulfillment, that's something that we have to be fulfilled to begin with. Nothing externally is going to give that to us. And it's such a wonderful message to be taking out there. And as you're sharing that, Nita, it's actually a perfect segue as we go into wrap-up mode here. And it's our tradition here on the Default Podcast It's my privilege and honor where each guest, I ask the same question. It's a fun question. Let me set that up for you. When you think of the movie Back to the Future, you have that wonderful DeLorean car that will take you to any point in time. So, Nita, the fun part is it's tomorrow morning. You look outside your window, not only is the DeLorean car curbside, the door is open and it's waiting for you to hop on in, which you do. You're now going to go to any point in your life. Nita, as a young child, a teenager, whatever point in time it would be, what would you tell your younger self in terms of life lessons or life wisdom? Or, hey, Nita, do this, but don't do that. What would it sound like?
I think it's just come up in one word. I think it's trust. Trust yourself. That's it. It's very simple for me. Just trust yourself and believe to what you believe in and just follow your heart.
Wow. Trust yourself. Follow your heart. Believe in yourself. It's such terrific advice. Deep Wealth Nation, as Nita's sharing that, are you trusting yourself? Are you really trusting yourself? Or is the outside world, oh, Jeffrey, you think you can do that? Yeah, good luck. It won't happen. Trust yourself, Deep Wealth Nation. Everything you have, it's within you right now. It's already there. And Nita, what an incredible example that you shared with us from very humble beginnings. 8 years old, in the market, selling coffee, and then in the tapioca fields with your father and farming and doing all those things in the challenging countryside to now here in North America. You have a blooming business. You have your eye set on over 1,000 locations. You have all kinds of product extensions and you're changing people's lives on a daily basis. My goodness, look at what you've done. Let me ask you this, Nita. For somebody in Deep Wealth Nation, they have a question for you, founder to founder, or better yet, if they're in your area and they want to relax and recharge and re-energize and get back to health, where would be the best place online to find you?
Yeah, SabaiThai.com. SabaiThai.com. Or you can go to my LinkedIn, NutthaGoutier. That's my LinkedIn, Nuttha Goutier.
And Deep Wealth Nation, it does not get any easier. It's on the show notes. Go to the show notes. It's a point and click. It's all there for you. Everything we talked about today, it's all there for you. Well, Nita, congratulations. It's official. This is a wrap. As we love to say here at Deep Wealth, may you continue to thrive and prosper while you remain healthy and safe. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
So there you have it, Deep Wealth Nation. What did you think? So with all that said, and as we wrap it up, I have another question for you. Actually, it's more of a personal favor. Did you find this episode helpful? Have you found other episodes of the Deep Wealth Podcast empowering and a game changer for your journey? And if you said yes, and I really hope you did, I have a small but really meaningful way that you can actually help us out and keep these episodes coming to you. Are you ready for it? The dramatic pause. I'll just wait a moment. Drum roll, please. Subscribe. Please subscribe to the Deep Wealth Podcast on your favorite podcast channel. When you subscribe to the Deep Wealth Podcast, you're saving yourself time. Every episode automatically comes to you. And I want you to know that we meticulously craft every one of our episodes to have impactful strategies, stories, expert insights that are designed to help you grow your profits, increase the value of your business, and yes, even optimize your post-exit life and your life right now, whatever you want that to look like. And every time you subscribe and a fellow entrepreneur subscribe, it's a testament to how together, yes, we are changing the social fabric of society. One business owner at a time, one liquidity event at a time. So don't let the momentum stop here. Subscribe now on your favorite podcast channel. You'll never miss an episode. You'll be the first to hear from the top industry leaders, the innovators, the disruptors that are really changing and shaping the business world. And maybe you're commuting, maybe you're at the gym, maybe you're taking a well-deserved break that we spoke all about on this episode. The Deep Wealth Podcast, it's your reliable source for the next big idea that could literally revolutionize your business. So once again, please hit that subscribe button, stay connected, inspired, and ahead of the curve. And again, your next big breakthrough moment, it might just be one episode away. Maybe it was even this episode. So all that said, thank you so much for listening. And remember, your wealth isn't just about the money in the bank. It's about the depth of your journey and the impact that you're creating. So let's continue this journey together. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for listening to this episode. And as we love to say here at Deep Wealth, may you continue to thrive and prosper while you remain healthy and safe. Thank you so much. God bless.